Hello everyone, my name is Lauren with SpentIntentionally.com, where we help you maximize your resources of time, money, and energy. Today I want to talk to you about meal planning. I know a lot of you probably want to click away because you dread meal planning, but honestly it's the number one thing we've done to reduce our grocery budget. And I think a lot of us dread meal planning because we have an outdated view of what meal planning is. When you think of meal planning, you might think of your mom sitting down for an hour at the kitchen table with the grocery ads and a pen and a piece of paper. And that's what I used to think of, and that's what I used to do because I knew that meal planning saved us so much money. I did it even though I hated it. But I found a system that I don't hate, that I don't dread anymore because it takes me 5 minutes or less. It is so simple. So the system of meal planning that I use is inspired by minimalmom.com. Her system is very, very simple. You think of 14 meals that are healthy and that everyone in your family will eat, and you use 7 of them one week and 7 of them the next week. It's as simple as that. So you might think that this is too simple, that would never work for your family. I kind of thought that too because my husband gets tired of food quickly. He's the kind of the person that he loves something like beef and broccoli. He loved it that he would want it every other night, and now he never wants it again. So I didn't know if this system would work, but it's been working for us for years, and I love it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to show you in real time how I meal plan and how it takes me 5 minutes or less. So I am screen sharing my phone right now, and I am going to go to my meal board app. And you can see that this is my meal plan for last week. So I need to go to my calendar, click on today's date, and it will give me a fresh week to start meal planning. So before I kind of continue with meal planning, I quickly just wanted to show you how the app works. You can add recipes, and you can see all of the most of the recipes with a picture are kind of my core 14 recipes I talked about. And the HelloFresh recipes we don't order them through HelloFresh. We either got those recipes online or someone gave us the recipe when they ordered HelloFresh online. We get those groceries at the store ourselves. And you could add a new recipe manually and add all of the ingredients manually. Or they have this really cool function. It works really well. So you could copy a link from the internet and paste it in here, and it will pop up, and it will actually, if you hit import recipe, it will find the recipe for you and enter them all automatically. It's awesome. So there are really easy ways to enter the recipes. So I think that's all I really wanted to show you before I kind of start meal planning. I don't want to make this video too long. So I'm going to start a timer because I'm curious, okay, how long it takes. So as I'm thinking about the beginning of the week, I'm thinking of things that are easy to make and might make leftovers. So before I do that though, I know we always have a meal at the church on Wednesdays. And then Monday's kind of our lighter night schedule wise, and so we can cook more. So for lunch, I really like this one pan Italian sausage. There's hardly any cleanup. It's really easy to make. That might provide leftovers, but it might not. And then I really want to grill because we won't be able to grill for much longer. Oh, I wanted to make that dinner. Doesn't really matter, but. And then I can see what are we having with it. Green beans and couscous, but I could easily, if I wanted it to be broccoli, I could get rid of that and then add broccoli. Tuesday, we'll have leftover hamburgers. We can have that for lunch. And I typically try to make like a soup at the beginning of the week, whether it's chili or we have this sausage kale soup. That is a knockoff of Olive Garden's soup, and I love it. And we make like a triple batch typically, and so we will have leftovers for and then you can tag them as a leftover because it will, I'll show you in a second, generate a grocery list for you. And if you don't tag it as a leftover, it will duplicate the recipe or it will double your recipe, and you don't necessarily want that. So, or you can, I have also just created a leftover recipe that has no ingredients in it. You could do that as well. And then Thursdays are generally pretty light for us right now, at least. And so we're really into salmon, and I feel like that's kind of more of a summery thing. So we're going to have that while we can. And we can see what we're having with it. Always green beans and couscous. I feel like green beans are what we eat all the time during the summer. It will soon be broccoli, probably. And then Friday, my husband has a day off, and so typically we just like to have a really easy meal. So honestly, probably going to do cold meat sandwiches. Yep, for lunch. I don't want any cleanup. And then what will we have with that? Canned green beans, always green beans, and chips. So healthy, but better than fast food. And then garlic chicken is an Instapot recipe, and it's easy cleanup, hardly takes any time. That's good for the weekend. Saturday, I'm not quite sure what. Ooh, these tacos look good. For lunch. And then now a Saturday dinner is coming. I'm thinking of leftovers because Sundays are so busy. We're probably going to have cold meat sandwiches for lunch, and then so beef stew, we can make a double batch. I always make sure I have cottage cheese on our ingredients because we like to eat cottage cheese with our beef stew. So I'll make that beef stew for dinner on Sunday. And then we'll just, since we have cold meat, we'll have that again for lunch. Perfect. Tag this as a leftover. Do I need to tag anything else? Oh, and my cold meat sandwiches. Okay, so I am, oh, that needs to be a leftover. Okay, I am done. 4 minutes and 41 seconds. So I'm going to show you a little bit more of what the app does. If you go to shopping, you can see that these are the ingredients that I buy every week. I always buy granola bars, frozen pizza, again, because it's better than going to fast food. And my husband loves to have ice cream. But if I hit sync, then it will pop up with all of the ingredients for all of the meals I just meal planned. And I have it organized because you can change the aisle that each ingredient is in. But I have it organized for my Aldi store. And so tacos, sugar, macaroni, and spices are all in the same aisle. And even though they're not technically the same category, they're in the same aisle at my store. And so I categorize them all together. And so I can do what I call drive-by grocery shopping. So now all I do is I go through and I check off things that I know we already have. And that's basically it. And then I'm ready to go grocery shopping. And like I said, if you have this set up well and it's organized by aisle, then you can do, like I said, what I call drive-by grocery shopping, and I can grocery shop in 10 to 15 minutes at Aldi. It's super fast. So there you have it. That's how I meal plan in 5 minutes or less. I really encourage you to first find 14 healthy meals that everyone in your family will eat. This will not only save you time meal planning, but it will also save you time because you will know these recipes like the back of your hand. You will not have to look at the recipe. You can cook them so quickly, and you know everyone is going to enjoy them. And then I encourage you to either look at Minimal Mom's hard copy, because she uses pen and paper to meal plan, or you can get a meal planning app. And I really encourage you to take the time and enter all of your recipes on the front end, because it will save you so much time on the back end. You will be so thankful, because it will save you the most valuable resource you have of time. So I hope that you found this helpful, and let me know, what are your meal planning tips and tricks, and what have you found most helpful? I would love to know. I'm always looking for new ways to save myself time and energy. And as always, I hope that all of us can look back in our lives and say that we spent it intentionally. I look forward to seeing you in my next video.